up your YouTube, search for Stukeley Meadows, watch on your big screen. Get yourself comfy, this could take a while, what a happy scene. Something new every day for your long-term memory. This is so exciting, it is nearly time for a Stukeley assembly.
Good morning everybody and welcome to today's values assembly. While I'm just doing my hands, let's get on with our values. So, for each other we, every day we, to improve we, and together we will. And our Stukeley focuses are, and our Stukeley motto is, and our Stukeley curriculum is, and last of all, 4 words that make the magic happen. Brilliant, and welcome to today's values assembly. Last week we began a series of 2 assemblies on celebrating Black History Month during the month of October, and this assembly is part 2 of that. So let's cast our minds back to last week, and we're going to begin with a quick quiz. So here we go. What was the practice of separating black and white people in the USA in the 1960s known as? What was the name of the man who helped bring equal rights to the United States during the 1960s? And what was the important man who was involved in ending apartheid in South Africa known as? And can anyone remember what the practice of apartheid actually was in South Africa? Hopefully your teachers paused at key points in that to see how you get on with remembering those things and to see how much you did actually remember, hopefully a lot. Today we're actually going to be finding out about some important black women who have made a huge contribution to our world and to our societies. Now you all know that at Stukeley Meadows one of our important values and kind of mottos is getting our best even better every single day. So I've really thought about that this week when I was thinking about which women that I would profile, and I think I've chosen some really important women who have demonstrated that they have committed themselves to that in their own lives, that they have indeed worked towards getting their best even better every single day so that they could be a real inspiration for all of us. So that is where we are going to begin today's assembly. So I'm going to show you a picture first of all. Here is a picture, and I would expect that lots of you won't necessarily know who that is. I'm not sure I would have done. Her name was Mary Seacole, and Mary Seacole was born in the 1800s, so she's obviously no longer alive. And she is quite well known for being a nurse, and she was a nurse during the Crimean War. Some of you might have heard of that war before. It was in the 1850s, and she was known as Mother Seacole. And she has been remembered because she just showed such kindness and care for the soldiers who were wounded as a part of that war. She looked after them, she provided them with clothes, she provided them with blankets, she just provided them with kindness and is really well known. But actually, she's probably not as well known for her work as a nurse during that war as somebody called Florence Nightingale, which I'm sure lots more of you will have heard of. And then it got me thinking, well, I wonder why we're really familiar perhaps with Florence Nightingale and how important she was towards nursing and during that war, and why fewer of us probably know who Mary Seacole was. So we're not going to actually answer that question now, but it is a really interesting one, and perhaps in your classes, particularly you older ones, that might be something that you would discuss. So that was Mary Seacole. Now I am also going to show you a picture of this lady and her name, and hopefully all of you will remember that she is the poet that I've been talking about in the last couple of weeks, and the poet who wrote the poem Cat Rapping, which is the poem that we have been learning. So in order that we don't just kind of stay static in this assembly, we're actually going to have a practice of that poem. So we're going to practice verse 1 that we worked on last week, and then I'm going to introduce verse 2. So let's see how this goes, everybody. Here we go. Lying on the sofa, all curled and meek, but in my furry fuzzy head there's a rapping beat. Gonna rap while I'm napping and looking sweet. Gonna rap while I'm padding on the balls of my feet. Hopefully everybody remembered that one, okay? So then I'm just going to go through today's one, okay? And I'm going to go through it all together, and then I'm going to break it down, and we're going to do a bit of you and me, okay? So here we go. Gonna rap on my head, gonna rap on my tail, gonna rap on my you-know-where. So wave your paws in the air like you just don't care. With 9 lives to spare, give me 5 right here. Okay, so that's the whole verse. So I'm going to do a bit of me and a bit of you, okay? So you know how this works. Here we go then. Gonna rap on my head, gonna rap on my tail. Gonna rap on my you-know-where. So wave your paws in the air like you just don't care. With 9 lives to spare, give me 5 right here. So let's try the whole thing. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to break it into 2 chunks this time. Gonna rap on my head, gonna rap on my tail, gonna rap on my you-know-where. So wave your paws in the air like you just don't care. With 9 lives to spare, give me 5 right here. Right, okay, let's go for that whole verse together. So joining in and saying it with me. Gonna rap on my head, gonna rap on my tail, gonna rap on my you-know-where. So wave your paws in the air like you just don't care. With 9 lives to spare, give me 5 right here. Okay, everyone, so we now have 2 verses. Let's go for gold and let's see if we can do both. Here we go. Lying on the sofa, all curled and meek, but in my furry fuzzy head there's a rapping beat. Gonna rap while I'm napping and looking sweet. Gonna rap while I'm padding on the balls of my feet. Gonna rap on my head, gonna rap on my tail, gonna rap on my you-know-where. So wave your paws in the air like you just don't care. With 9 lives to spare, give me 5 right here. Okay, everybody, hopefully that broke up the assembly a little bit and it got you moving, got you thinking about that. I have sent these words to your teachers, so hopefully you can remind them to get practicing during the week. So we've got 2 verses now that we should be committing to memory. I'm having to practice, so I guess you guys are too. So let's get back then to Grace Nichols. So I've told you before, Grace Nichols was born in a place called Guyana. She lived in a really small village on the country's coast until her family moved to the city when she was 8. She took a diploma in communications from the University of Guyana. She worked as a teacher. She then became a journalist. She worked in the government information services before she then moved to the United Kingdom in 1977. And it was then that she started writing her poetry. Her first collection of poetry, I Is a Long-Memoried Woman, won the 1983 Commonwealth Poetry Prize. Now you might ask, well, why is she important? Why does it matter? Well, the thing is, her poetry really opened up her culture to the whole world. So she introduced us to the Caribbean rhythms and culture through her work, and that meant that more and more people were able to access it and understand it a lot better. So that's why somebody like Grace Nichols, and I'm sure there are other poets and writers like her that have done the same. So that's why I wanted to profile her. So we've now met Mary Seacole, who we know was a nurse during the Crimean War, really important. And we've also met Grace Nichols, and we're getting to know her poetry a little bit better as well. The other person that I wanted us to focus on today is this person. Now, I'm thinking that lots of you may well know her, okay? So I'll give you a chance to have a think. And her name is Oprah Winfrey. She's still alive, okay? So she was born in 1954. She is an American billionaire. Yes, you heard me, everybody. She is a billionaire, which means she is a very wealthy woman. She is a media executive. She is an actress. She's probably best known for her show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, which ran from 1986 to 2011. And she got all the best guests on that show. Everybody wanted to be on her show. She was really the person. She actually had a really difficult start in life and grew up under really difficult circumstances in Mississippi. She went to university, and that's when she first got involved in radio and TV work. She has also got her own kind of film production work that she does. So she's been in films as an actress, but she's also directed films and produced films. So she's an incredibly wealthy lady and incredibly influential. People really care what she thinks. So they want to go on her shows, but they also want to know what Oprah thinks about stuff. So she's a really influential person, particularly obviously in the United States. So we have had Mary Seacole, Grace Nichols, and now we've had Oprah Winfrey. The last person that I want to mention and profile today in today's assembly, hopefully inspiring us about people that have really achieved significant things in their lives, is this lady, which you may know. You might know her a bit better if, like me at the weekend, you were watching Strictly Come Dancing and she had a little bit more glitter on. But she is Nicola Adams. Now, Nicola Adams was a boxer. She's retired now. She was a boxer. She's from Leeds in the United Kingdom. And she has won a whole load of medals and titles for being a boxer. Now, she's significant because she's one of the first ever female boxers to win an Olympic medal. So she's really significant because she's not only in terms of the fact that she is an important black woman, but also because she was the first female boxer to kind of, to be fighting in the Olympics. So she's achieved an awful lot during her lifetime. Now, I'm going to have to read this bit because it's quite a long list. Now, it tells us that in 2016, she was the reigning Olympic, world and European champions at flyweight. You can ask your teachers what that means. It's a particular kind of class within boxing. And she had won every set of amateur championships that were available for her to win. So every competition that existed for boxing for amateurs, she had won. She'd won the Olympic, Commonwealth and European Games titles, as well as the World, European and European Union Championships. So there were no competitions that she could possibly have done that she hadn't already won the title to, which I think all of us can agree is hugely inspiring. What an amazing woman. So the purpose of today's assembly was to celebrate, because Black History Month is about celebrating the contribution and the achievements of black men and women in our world today and those that have been in the world in the past. So today we met Mary Seacole, we met Grace Nichols a little bit better, we heard about Oprah Winfrey, and we've heard about Nicola Adams. All of those are really inspirational women. Let's link that back to our focus as a school, getting our best, even better every single day. And I think those women obviously had something like that in their minds. That's what drove them forward. That's what helped them achieve. They wanted to get their best even better and to really make something of themselves and contribute to the world in which we live. So that's why I wanted to profile them today as part of this big celebration in October for Black History Month. So I hope that you have enjoyed these assemblies. I hope that you have learned something new. And don't forget, if you Google a Black History Month with an adult to help you, obviously, that you will find out a lot more information around it, and to find out what other things are going on during the month of October to help celebrate this really important celebration. Okay, so next week won't be an assembly because it's half term, everyone. So have a safe half term. Enjoy the rest of your week. Keep working hard, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Tell you what, that poem is going to get better and better and better each week. And I reckon when we come back after half term, when we crack back on with it again, give it a couple of weeks and we're going to be hearing that across the school. It's going to sound fantastic. Right, thank you Mrs. Stevens for another great values assembly. Now, we've got a few shout outs to get through. First of all, birthdays. We have one today. Happy birthday, Emily, in foundation stage. It's your birthday today. 5 years old. I hope you have a great day with your family and your friends in school. Moving swiftly on to Times Tables Rock Stars, everyone. Now, I'm coming round classrooms this morning. Now, I might have already been round, or you might still be waiting for me. But I'm coming around classrooms this morning to talk to all children about those who've been going on it and reminding those who haven't that they need to get stuck in. We still have a large number of children who aren't logging onto it every week to go on it a couple of times, and we really need to keep that routine and get that routine going. So let's see who's won the battles for last week. Year 2. Maple, much better week this week. You got 9,911 points, but Pine got double that, 18,012 points. So they take the challenge battle last week. And actually, we've got Elsie in 3rd place, Leon in 2nd place, and Olivia again just snuck ahead in 1st place. About 15 children haven't logged on in year 2 at all. We have spoken to everyone. We will be in touch with families over last week and this week, but we really need everyone on that having a good go. Right. Lime versus Willow, year 3. Oh, Willow, a much better week. So much better. 9,024 points. But Lime have absolutely ramped it up. 36,557. Harry in 3rd place. Addie in 2nd place. Oscar in 1st place. Absolutely flying. About 10 children haven't been on it. We've spoken to you a few times now, and we'll speak to your families, but we need to get you on it, doing your times tables. Right. Year 4. Closer. Acacia class, 17,647. Birch class, 11,227. So Acacia take it. Zosha 3rd place, Alan 2nd place, and just snuck in. Sowler, well done, 1st place. Only 7 children not logged on this week. That's really impressive, Acacia. You've done so much better than last week. Well done. Right, year 5. Chestnut class, 30,436. Beach class, 22,760. So Chestnut take it. Max in 3rd place, Oscar in 2nd place, and Elizabeth 1st place. 11,000 in total. That's a great score. Well done, year 5s. Only 5 children not logged on, and one of them I think is definitely doing it on paper. So that's a really good number. Small number that we just need to give a little nudge to crack on. Well done, year 5s. Year 6. Well, last week Sycamore took it. Unbelievable scenes. What's going to happen this week? Sycamore, decent shout, 18,359. Oak, 43,493. They didn't like getting beat last week. Boom. Vishal 3rd place, Jessica 2nd place, Benjamin 1st place. 20,000 he got on his own. But Oak would have won even without him. So some incredible scores. About 10 children not logged on this week. So there's some that we're going to be reminding. And families we're going to hopefully speak to as well. Right, well done Times Tables Rock Stars. Well done Foundation Year 1. All of you who've gone on Numbots. We're going to be tracking who's doing that and giving out lots of reminders as well. Right, last shout out to finish. I know this has gone on quite a long time, but this is incredibly exciting. The Oakleaf Bookshop is open today for Year 1, Year 2, Year 4 and Year 5. Now, the Oakleaf Bookshop gives the school a little bit of money back to buy some bits with. And I've also added a bit more to the Oakleaf Bookshop this week. Please don't get too excited, calm down. I did say on Twitter that we were going to branch out. I've managed to get Squishmallows in to the bookshop. Yeah, they are. I'm not a massive cuddly toy fan, but they're really cute. They're normally £6.99. I can do these for £5 each. You will not be able to just rock up to the bookshop with your money and buy one. Sorry children, that's not how it's going to work. If you want one of these for £5 or a little keychain one for £3, I mean, to be fair, they're great. Then for £3, your families are going to need to email me, head@stukeleymeadows. Blah, blah, blah. Email me and just say, my child would like a squishmallow, and then you are going to have to bring the money in separate to your book money. It has to be a separate envelope, has to be new money. Your families will send in an envelope with you with the money in and write your name on the front, and it needs to say on the envelope, it has to say on the envelope, 4 squishmallows. Has to say child's name, 4 squishmallows. So I know that you're allowed to buy one of these. You will not, I'll say it again, you'll not be allowed to use your Oakleaf book money for these. It's separate. Child's name, 4 squishmallows, bring it in, your teachers will put it in the box, and then I can't say which one you'll get because they're going to sell quite quickly, these, but you'll have a chance to come and buy one. Also, still got some Sharon's Wi-Fi t-shirts. A couple of people have been asking. So, I've got loads of sizes. I mean, I've got enough for the whole family, and that's like the whole family that you live with in the whole world. Those are £6 each. So if anybody wants a t-shirt, it has to be a new envelope with £6 in, and it says the child's name on for a t-shirt. That's what it has to say. Whew. That was a lot of shout outs, but there's a lot of good stuff going on.
The most important 60 seconds are coming up now. The most important 60 seconds are coming up now.
Okay, this could be the most important 60 seconds every single day. Home learning. We keep talking about this, and there's still a small group of children that aren't quite up to speed with it yet. We're asking you to read 5 times every week, write a sentence after you've read, take an AR quiz when you're ready to take one, practice your spellings that your teachers give to you, and do 2 times table rockstar sessions every week. It really isn't that much if you get into the routine. Every single week we're going to be checking. We're going to talk to children about it. We're going to talk to families about it. And we're going to keep going until every child is doing that every week. Please put the effort in. It will make a difference. Finally, 2 Fossums things to get excited about. A massive Zoom family quiz on Friday. Get signed up for it if you haven't done already. And Halloween Rocks. Going to be fantastic.